How is this different, going through the fall versus the spring for you? Just is there a little bit more intensity, I would assume?
I mean, absolutely, but in the fall we were really cramming the new defense. I mean, in the spring we really crammed the new defense. Now we're in the fall, we kind of time to slow it down, really make our adjustments, and it's really all coming together, man. I mean, we're out there with those guys. I mean, there's a sense of confidence that we didn't have in the spring, and I'm really excited for this game, man.
Do you feel a bigger part of this defense than you have ever felt since you've been here now? I mean, understanding of it.
Absolutely, man. I mean, last year, I had a role, but this year I've taken on more. I'm excited for what I can do, excited for what I've been trusted, and I'm just can't wait to see what we're gonna do out there.
Danny, 9 months in the making, is finally here. What's this week been like so far, and what's the anticipation level for Saturday?
I mean, man, just like any other week, man, we're gonna study. Be in that film room every single day, and the dedication with this linebacker group is, I've never seen anything like it. I mean, every single day we're texting all the guys, hey, when can we get in there? When can we study? And it's not just from the older guys, from the younger guys too. And that's something that's really rare. I think it's going to show up on game day for sure.
Now, we've known for a long time how important linebackers are to Coach Venables. What's it been like being coached by him during fall camp and leading up to the game?
I mean, Coach Venables puts a lot of stress on the linebackers. I mean, that's just what he wants because he knows we can respond. And he wants to build, the foundation. That's what the linebackers are to him. And I think we've responded really well. And I'm excited to see how we keep responding.
Danny, we saw David Wade was named a captain. How different has he been throughout the course of the game?
Oh, he's been the best leader, man. I mean, having him out there with me, him and Deshaun too are both captains. And when they announced it, I was so happy, man, because those guys took me under their wing. They've showed me the ways, and I think us together, us three on the field, it's gonna be a blast, man. I'm so excited.
How do you feel about kind of the role that Deshaun's played? He seems like he really likes kind of being multiple out there, but what is he going to add to this defense?
I mean, that transition from Will to Cheetah, he handled that fantastically. I mean, seeing him on the other side, I know he's out there to make plays. When he's taking that field, I know that's a lot of ground that he has to cover, and I know he can do it. That's the right guy for the job, absolutely.
Do you kind of remember how that happened? Was he bought in like as soon as they approached him in the fall, or was that something he even worked on in the spring?
I mean, he was playing Will linebacker in the spring, and then when they told him about the transition, I mean, he was all for it. He was down to learn the new position. He kind of knows that there's a little bit more covering, a little bit more space he has to cover, and he was ready for it. He's accepted, he's worked hard, he's studied pretty much every day to learn that new position because it's very difficult, and he's done great.
You mentioned the Cheetah. What about Justin Harrington and his transition to that spot?
Justin's played all, man. He's probably the most versatile guy we have on this team. I mean, he's been all over the place, and I mean, there comes a difficulty trying to learn all positions, but he does it so well, man. That's why I can't wait.
I know a lot of people are going to point to what you guys lost up front, but what do you see from Ethan and Reggie and some of those other guys that can help you guys get some pressure on the quarterback?
I mean, you guys say we lost, but I think we just reloaded. I'm excited for those guys, and we got young talent in there, and we have some old veterans that are really going to show out this year. I'm super excited for Ethan Downs and those guys that transferred in here, man. I can't wait.
What have you seen out of Jalen? Seems like he's been, other than a little concussion, he's been pretty healthy.
Absolutely, it's a big year for him. And I mean, he's been a leader on this defense for a few years now, and this is really his time to shine.
What's been the benefit of having these physical practices?
I think we're just going to be more ready for the games, man. I mean, we're hitting every day. Our body takes a toll, but then we have time to rest, man. There's a really good balance. I think Coach Venables knows that, and Coach May knows that as well. And we balance things out perfectly where, we're hitting, we're getting the physical aspect, but then we have those days where we can recover and we can get our body right for Saturday.
How much did the off-season stuff kind of help with that?
I mean, absolutely. We were in there, you know what they say, we were with Schmitty in those summer times. It was really tough, it really grind, but I think it's apparent that there was definitely benefits, and we look like a bigger, stronger, faster team, absolutely.
What's the difference in the emphasis on recovery? Because I mean, I know it goes back to the spring when you guys got the legging deals, and it just seems like this staff really places maybe a bigger emphasis than any staff I've seen before.
I mean, recovery is definitely an important thing. You got to take care of our bodies, and I think the new recovery we've been blessed with has been fantastic. I mean, guys are using that 24/7, just get our bodies right. We go through so much physical stuff, we got to recover, and they've given us all the tools we need to take care of our bodies.
Can you explain kind of like how that's different? I mean, what that process is like, how it differs from not doing it?
Yeah, I mean, you got to take care of yourself, man. I mean, they've given us that new equipment where, the guys aren't really using it. They're kind of benefiting. They're sore on those days where the guys they're fresh legs. They can move faster, be stronger, and just play better.
From your point of view, what do you see from Dylan Gabriel?
That man, he can sling the ball, man. I mean, his reads are phenomenal. I think he's looking to the field, he'll snap his eyes right to the boundary, and I'm moving one way, he's throwing the other way. So he's a really talented quarterback, and I can't wait for him to lead our offense.
What have you seen from Shane Whitaker there?
Shane, I mean, he's a phenomenal player, man. He's a sideline to sideline guy, and he's not afraid to use his body when he has to fit those gaps. I'm really excited for what he's going to do this year, man. He's definitely has a high ceiling. He's going to be a great player for our team.
I'm sure players don't really think about the depth chart too much, but Jay Davis was listed as a starter today. Just what have you seen from him so far tonight?
Jaden Davis, he's worked hard like pretty much since the day he got here. I mean, we're both from Florida, so we know how that grind is. But that's a phenomenal player. I can't wait to see what he does out there, and he's worked his butt off, and he deserves it.
We've talked to a lot of people about you, and aside from your play, a lot of people bring up your personality as well. Just how do you find that balance between the lighthearted approach, but also knowing when to kind of turn it on?
I mean, when you're out here, you can have fun, but I mean, you step on this field, it's serious. I mean, this. I came here to play football, and I can be lighthearted at times, but there's a time you got to lock in. And especially Coach Venables puts a lot of pressure on us. You got to be locked in. You got to be taking your job seriously, because one little mistake, you're getting yelled at. So you just got to be locked in all the time.
Has it always been easy for you though to kind of find a little bit of the lighthearted side to it, and kind of imagine it helps building chemistry with the teammates and stuff like that too, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of my personality. It's just the way I roll, the way I rock. So I've never had a problem balancing it out, and it's always a mix. You got to figure out the perfect medium.
The way that Brent is just motivational. I mean, always kind of demanding the best from you guys. Is it built maybe a bond with the team that makes them want to go out there and play well on Saturday for him being his first?
Wholeheartedly, I do believe that. I mean, we're all in it together, man. We go through the same stuff, and it's like I'm grinding with these guys, and they're grinding with me, and it's kind of like that fire brings us together. Like we're getting welded together to be a stronger steel, and that's something that I'm really excited to see and see how we perform, bring that chemistry to light.
Has there been anything that he said to you that you kind of made it like a mantra of your own?
I mean, not necessarily. He knows, like, he's put a lot of trust into me, and we've kind of had talks of what he wants from me this year, and I've kind of tried to, live up to that and, just do what I'm told.
You've seen Brent in practices, his enthusiasm, his passion. How excited are you on game day? What do you think that'll be? You think it'll be next level, what he's like?
I think he'll figure out a way to pass 212 once again. I mean, he's always going, and I haven't seen game days, so I'm excited to see how he finds another level through the ceiling, through the roof.